That's the buck I'm telling you.
Crystal Lake said they hope. Watch this. They said they hope the God will change their mind. See that? So, Crystal Lake, I'm glad you said that. What? So are they being deceptive? Huh? Are they being deceptive? And if the shoe's on the other foot, whatever the woman says, okay, yeah, let's do this, because I would venture to say, Mo, correct me if I'm wrong. Most women, when they want a commitment. All right, so then men, they say, look, I'm looking for a serious relationship. Those two infamous words, serious relationship. Okay, so you agree to that? Yo, baby, I'm good. Well, yeah, and then you gotta jump off.
Yeah,
my man, what you wanted? Yo, son, what she wanted. She was clear about it. She didn't say your favorite restaurant. She was chowing down. You were chowing down. Y'all were kicking it, hashing it all out. She just said, yo, listen, we've been dating out for a few months. I've been doing some good loving. I'm looking for a serious commitment. Or even at the beginning of the interaction, I want a serious commitment. We say yay. We say yes. So why can't we stick to it, man? Maybe because they hope they have the power over the guy that changes their mind. Like he'll commit to her only. Yeah. The power. See, I think in some respects, there's a fundamental lack of honesty in our relationships. That's really what it is, bro. People say yes to what they never want to agree to. That's it.
I think people. I think it's all agenda, man. People have things that it's kind of like a fantasy type thing. People have those expectations. See, that's that word again, expectation we talked about before.
There we go.
People got expectation, and in that expectation, they are hoping that I'm going to give him what he wants now, but in the back of my mind, what I really want is I'm going to get him to be this type of person, that type of person, or the other thing. And then what ends up happening is that's where the old saying comes up that you know what I'm saying, you want to get to know somebody, live with them for a while. You know what I'm saying? Lend them money, shit like that. See, it's that type of thing. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you begin to learn who they really are, and then you find out that they're not what you, and that's when shit breaks up. See, instead of paying attention to what is going on in the situation, you're trying to corral the situation to suit your favor, and that never fucking works, man. I don't care how you slice it, yo. That's word up.
So here we go. Dr. Robin Smith is a psychotherapist who was down with Oprah about maybe 10 years ago. She had a phrase in which she was talking with respect to marriage, and at the same time, I think it can be expanded to include relationships in general. Show up as a grown-up. That's so powerful. Show up as a grown-up. And I think if two teens show up as a grown-up, hopefully wishful thinking. I think so, Crystal Lake. I think when two people show up as a grown-up, then honesty will prevail. See, I'm not going to seek to manipulate if I'm showing up as a grown-up. I'm going to be honest, number one, with myself. See, if I'm going to show up as a grown-up. Ladies, if you know you can't handle, you're feeling this man. Maybe you had sex, maybe you didn't. You feeling this man. You know you want that man onto yourself. He's telling you from the door. And women are the first to say, I want a man. Well, do you really? Because he's telling you, I'm not ready to commit. You say, oh, okay. Hey, Mo, what? I understand. Okay, all right. You said you understand.
And I tell you, you know what that is.
Right? You say you understand.
I understand that you got a situation, and you know.
Yeah, right. I understand that you're trying to do right. Yeah, how about this? I understand you're trying to do you. I understand you got a situation. I understand you're not ready. Okay. So if you say okay, say what you mean and mean what you say. Show up as a grown-up. Then you need to be down with that. Or you should say midway through, as Crystal Lake is alluding to, yo, Finesse, I thought I could watch this. I thought I could handle it, but you know what? My feelings are getting involved. All right, that's honest. See,
Yeah.
See, that's honest. But then here we go. You know, where is this going? Well, where is it going? You knew where it was going 3 months ago when we sat down at dinner and I had the shrimp scampi and you had the T-bone steak, and or vice versa, and you agreed to the terms. Or I'll flip it. Yo, bro, that young lady told you, look, I'm in school right now. I'm working. I just want to have a good time. I just want to enjoy your company. Yo, shorty, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. And next thing you know, right? Yo, babe, yo, why can't you see me tonight? Well, I'm going out with John. John, who that motherfucker? Well, she told you what was up. Or, I got finals. Yo, for a whole week, listen, we could text, but I really can't go out with you. Well, why not? I need my time. Well, I told you I'm in school and I'm working. You see what I'm saying? So man, there are times that we don't agree to the terms also. Bottom line is, if people are clear about the terms, be honest with yourself first and foremost. If you know you can't handle it, here we go. Remember, Mo, what we talked about, opt out.
That's that simple, man. It's that simple for real.
So here's what Crystal Lake said. Won't a guy change his mind, though, if the right woman appears for the fear of not losing her? LOL, you have a lot of wisdom and seem to tell it like it is. Hey, Crystal Lake, I appreciate that. Well, listen, I think a guy can change his mind for fear of losing a woman. And then you understand that there's more than just that woman, right? See what I'm saying? And I don't want to be in any relationship where it's driven by fear, because I'll always fear. There will always be something. If I'm fearing losing someone, then any and everything can exacerbate that fear. Yo, why you dressing like that to go out? Damn, that skirt's kind of short. Yo, what's up with that? Why you gotta go with your girls to the club every weekend? See, fear, right? Below it is a fear. That's why. Show up as grown up.
That's why I tell mom, yeah, if I don't never have to look over my shoulder. She said, well, that's because I just go to work and I do it. Nah, that's not, you're not hearing what I'm saying. Look over my shoulder, worried about you because I'm confident in this situation, unless there's a reason why I shouldn't be confident in this situation. If you out there fucking around now, then I know my place. It's very simple. I don't have to sit there and be standing over you to feel secure. Man, that's bullshit. That's insecurity. People don't accept that that's a form of insecurity. Micromanaging the relationship, standing over. Yeah, fuck that. And I don't do that. I don't have to look, because if I got to look over my shoulder worrying about what the fuck you doing behind me, then I don't need to be with you. We don't need to be together, man. End that shit. It's over with. I don't have to. You understand what I'm saying? So, yo, man, people make relationships harder than they have to be, man. It's just common sense and listening. A lot of it is listening. If I'm telling you one thing and you're telling me something else and we arguing still, that's because there's no listening. If you really heard what I said and you really do understand what I said, and I really heard and understood what you said, then that changes the dynamic of what you, sometimes people understand, but they still talking. But then if you really heard what I said, then if it goes to this question, it drives this question. If you understood what I said, then why did you still ask that question? Because if you understood, then that question becomes irrelevant. But they still asked the question because they were so determined to just speak and talk and get everything out that they're not listening, they're not receiving anything else back. And then that's why arguments persist and fights. And come on, talk to me.
Mo, agree. And it goes back to what Dr. Robin Smith said: show up as a grown up. Right? Is when we argue, is the point of the argument to have a winner and a loser, or is it to work out the situation? I think it's the latter. If we're arguing, there's an issue. So let's resolve the issue. It's not about me winning, because you can, I'll use a metaphor. You can win the battle and lose the war. See? So, all right, so watch this. So you can win the argument by using any means of attack or any means, I use the word attack. So you won the argument. You out-talked me, ladies. You out-talked me. You demeaned me. You attacked me. You deflected. You denied. You did all of that, right? You quote unquote won. Watch this, Mo. And I'm finessing the mind in that, bro. But you have irreparably damaged our relationship. So what's the point? And I think there are people who get caught up in their emotions so much so that they forget that the point is to preserve the relationship and resolve the issue, not win the argument. Are either of us married? I am not married. I've been divorced for almost 10 years now. I have been married, and it's funny, Crystal Lake, when the marriage was good, it was phenomenal. When it was bad, it was hell. And I'm not saying those are the two polar opposites in any marriage. I think that for two grown-ups, marriage can be a wonderful institution. I think both people have got to be very clear about what they want. They have to agree to what they want. And in Crystal Lake, I think, interesting. I think that the couple has to revisit what they want. And as I have listened to married couples who've been married for years, what they want, quote unquote, it changes over time. So when I was dating, it was a check-in. Hey, this is what we agreed to. How we doing? Every now and then you got to check in, right? Because every week, every month, every day, you got to check in. When children come into the picture, then things change. As children grow, things change. As people age, things change. As careers change and evolve, things change, right? So, like Mo said, I think it is common sense. I think the foundation is to show up as a grown-up. So let me define what I mean by that. I think it's to be spiritually, psychologically, and emotionally mature. That's what it is. And work on whatever issues you have. Somebody had trust issues, you got to work on that. It's not my job to work on your trust issues, and it's not your job to work on mine. It's my job to work on mine and your job to work on yours. If you have anger management issues, it's not my job to be your therapist. I can't be your therapist and your man at the same time. I can't be your therapist and your husband at the same time. I can be your man, but you need to go to a therapist if necessary, right?
Well, people mix up. They get it mixed up, man. As a man, I'm supposed to be your comforter, your protector, your confidant. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to build a type of confidentiality with me, a type of confidence in me, in building some of your securities in us. What I say? Not in me, in us. You build your security in us. Right? But if you have some problems in those areas, then what you need to do is you need to be honest, and you need to be willing to be vulnerable and speak. See, a lot of people are afraid, but listen, life is risky. You get with a guy, you become vulnerable. The guy seemingly takes advantage, or the girl seemingly take advantage, and people bottle up, and then they become jaded and fucked up. Then you stop growing. See, if you do that shit, then you will never change. Every relationship will always be that relationship. No matter how the fuck you slice it, no matter the outfit you put on, no matter how you do your hair. That relationship is every relationship you get in is going to be the last relationship, because you're not willing to open up and be vulnerable again. It is to take a risk. And it's like gambling. You hit or miss, but you got to still spend money, right? I just lost a bunch of money. I'm going to stop. But you want to keep gambling. How you going to gamble if you don't spend no money? How you going to win if you don't spend no money? It's all a fucking gamble. So
watch this. When I ran cross country in high school, my coach, Vaughn Russell, and Vaughn, Mr. Russell, I should say, if you're still in the land of the living, man, thank you for this wisdom. He said, prepare so you don't have to repair. Now, he was talking about cross country in particular and athletics in general. I think that statement has multiple applications. So for two
And
people who are
lots of
prepared,
volume.
who are getting married, prepare so you don't have to repair. Prepare. How do you prepare? You talk all the issues out. What do you want? What do I want? You want children? No, yes or no. Do you want to live in a house? Yes or no. What are your career aspirations? All of that. You got to talk it all out. And you know what? You got to suspend the emotional piece to really talk it through. Prepare, preparation. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
I tell you what, I'd rather you talk it out in the beginning. Be honest and open about your wants, your needs, your desires in the beginning of a relationship, because I would rather a relationship be disappointing than emotionally, mentally, and physically destructive to you. That's what happens when you go in too long and too far. Then you begin to become emotionally deteriorated, mentally deteriorated, and even in some cases physically deteriorated. People get sick and then they kill themselves, and it's all, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? It's like you gotta eat, man. You gotta be honest, man. You gotta be open. You gotta talk it out, man. Because that way, if a person tells you the stuff, if you tell them what you expect or what you hope to get out of the relationship and what you would like to have happen, all future tense, they tell you those things and you realize we're not so compatible. You're disappointed. But at least you can be like, you know what? I just don't think that this is going to go where it needs to go. I'd rather that disappointment and we shake hands at the door and you keep it moving, I keep it moving. Then get in, move in, get everything all settled and everything, and then we realize, oh my God, we're incompatible. Now, kids are involved. Oh my God, there's trust shit. There's separate and split furniture and split fucking pots and pans and break everything down the middle, draw a line. See how that work? Save that from the door, man. And find out.
Show up as a grown-up. Mo, that's what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. And sometimes it's trial and error. I'm more wise with respect to relationships now than I was 2 years ago, 10 years ago. And the thing is, insanity can be defined as doing the same thing the same way and expecting a different result. So ladies, if you're attracting men who always cheat, what is it about you that draws those kind of men? Men, if you're always attracting ladies who want you for your money, what is it about? What energy are you giving out that attracts women who only want your money? That's deep. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to look at that. Yes, there's some things that, as I'm thinking, I got to look at. You know, if I'm attracting women who are overly emotionally needy all the time, then what energy am I exuding that's attracting those women? I'm saying I am non-verbally and maybe verbally saying something to women to exacerbate, to feed those emotions. So we got to look at ourselves. Michael Jackson said, the late, some would say great Michael Jackson. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to make a change. Right? And listen, this is sensitive, so I'm going to just dial it back. Ladies and men, if we are attracting continually people who are being abusive toward us, then what energy are we giving off? And I'm not blaming the victim. Please don't accuse me of that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we got to look at us. I've enabled people financially. Okay, I'll say this. And I've had to stop and think, like, if I give this person $1 more, is that going to help him or hurt him? Help her or hurt her? And there are times when we think we're helping someone, but we're really hurting them because we are enabling them financially, spiritually, physically, etc. And we got to show that tough love sometimes. Sometimes we got to say no. We have to learn to say no. No, I cannot allow you to abuse me any longer. No, I will no longer allow you to cheat on me and take you back. No, I'm not going to give you another $1. No. Whoa. No, I'm not going to argue with you one more time. Because whenever we argue, you attack. We don't discuss. You attack. Or you deny, or you deflect. You know what? No, because insanity can be defined as doing the same thing the same way, and expecting a different result. We're not getting a different result. So you know what? I'm gonna remember Susan Powder back in the day. She had the buzz cut, maybe 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. Stop the madness. She was on this kick. She was this fitness guru, motivational person. Her mantra was stop the madness. No, we're gonna stop the madness now. We're gonna stop it. Yeah. Susan Powder. Yes, you remember Crystal Lake. Yeah. Something that Crystal Lake said earlier. I see too many people depend upon the other person to fix their issues. Right. If I have a weight management problem, which I never have had, it's not my significant other's job to help me with that. I'm supposed to help me with that. She had the spiky bleach hair. She did. Right? It's my job to do that. Why do we expect other people to do for us what we are supposed to do for ourselves? That's what I say. What say you, Mr. Navarro? Three Brothers Movement. We got 2 of the 3 brothers on tonight.
I just believe that, you know, as a partner, that's all you can be, is a partner. You know what I'm saying? It's like in boxing. Mm-hmm. You're the trainer. Your partner's the boxer. I can be a supportive and I can give you all the knowledge I got. At the end of the day, you got to get in the ring and fight the fight. You understand what I'm saying? You see, if that's the case, if you want to lose weight, you understand what I'm saying? If we all lost weight by wanting to lose weight, then we'd all be some skinny, thin motherfuckers, or we wanted to be muscular because we wanted to be muscular. It's wanting is part of it. It's the what do we call it? The initial drive, like getting together with somebody. It's that love, right? That attraction. Then you build on that. Increase. You build on that love and those feelings, and create a thing. Families spawn from that, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I can only be your partner. I can only help you get there and but I can't do it for you, man. That's not my place. Right. That's not my job, man. You gotta want it, and then you gotta want. You know what I mean? And
go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So being support, you know, that's it. You know, in acting, you know, being an actor myself, I'm the supporting cast. I gotta play my role to the T, so that the lead cast can really stand out as that role. You get what I'm saying? Case in point, the movie Denzel movie with Denzel Washington, Training Day, and Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke played his role. He knew his role and he played his role so well that Denzel's character was just, you know what I mean? It really boistered Denzel's character, and Denzel has no problem acting. But the fact that Ethan played his role as the supporting role so well, it really made Denzel's character really fine-tuned and sharp up. You know what I mean? Like in 3D, 4K. You get what I'm saying? Versus just regular 2D. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm talking about in a relationship. That's how you help each other shine in a relationship. You play your role to the T. And the person who's got the light on them shine the most. And then when it's your turn for the light to shine on you, that person plays their role to the T and let the line shine. But if you're competing for the light and everybody fighting over it, you ain't going there. Come on, man. Come on, guys.
Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake said good support systems. Now, so here it is. In the ideal relationship, you're not doing it for the person. You're not necessarily doing it with the person, because that means you're both doing it. Somebody.
Hello? Hello? Finesse.
Yep. It said broadcaster got disconnected.
Yeah, what the heck was that's been going on all throughout the web, period. YouTube, Facebook, YouTube back doing strong. And then Facebook, everybody's tripping, man. I think there's still some technical shit going on here since the tornado event Sunday.
I think so too, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of signal shit going on.
So Mama, I'm a bit of a sports guy, man. You know, Kevin Durant, just switching gears for a sec. Kevin Durant, I believe he pulled his Achilles tendon. I was at one of my facilities today on the elevator, and two guys were having this, Kyle Surf, thanks for becoming a fan. Two guys having this conversation, and basically, man, they said Kevin Durant's career is over. That even if he comes back, he's not going to come back as the man that he has been. What do you think about that?
I don't know that I necessarily agree. I think what the problem in sports is anymore is if this would have been regular season, Kevin Durant would have been out till further notice. But because because it's the finals, the end, Kevin Durant is a key player. They try to hurry up the process. And in essence, he strained his calf and now he's ruptured. He ruptured his Achilles. That's what he did. He didn't pull it. He ruptured it. So now he made a small injury worse. So now he has to assess that. Now with proper rehab and training, and now he's out for the season. That should be season ending, and it is. Achilles tendon rupture, season ending. He gets the surgery. He takes this time now to heal, recover, rehab, strengthen, work on his nutrition, get his body up to par. Now he has to sit down. This is where the laws of nature make you sit your ass down. Now you got to sit down. So, I mean, you know, depending on the tear and depending on the rehab and the time he actually takes to get right is going to determine whether his career is over or not. Kobe, that's the one thing I liked about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant injured himself. He sat his black ass down.
I remember.
I mean, if you don't want to, I mean, you guys are still in the game and you were winning games without KD. So that has KD don't got nothing to do whether you win the finals or whatever or not. That has to do with the team. Pull it together. When Jordan wasn't around, Scottie Pippen, Steve Kerr, and all them guys pulled it together. They still won games without Jordan. You know, even though Jordan was the man. But the thing of it is see, people are they're stupid. Now, Kevin Durant's career is not necessarily over to answer the question. There it is. I'm just keeping this.
He ruptured his Achilles.
Yes.
And Kevin Durant, I think he's 6'11", man.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yes. He's still young.
6'9", 240.
He's still young. You know, he's got
30 years old.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time to heal. I knew him when he went to UT. When we do the tailgates and shit at the UT games and shit, Kevin Durant, all them used to, you know, a lot of players be going around and shit. Yeah, he's this tall, skinny, lanky motherfucker with nappy, peasy ass hair.
Still is, bro. Still is.
You know, and that was years ago. Okafor, back when they went to UT, I remember all them cats. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, he's young. He's not that old. That wasn't that many years ago. He's not that old. And if he just sit his ass down and get the surgery, if it requires surgery, most cases when you rupture, it requires surgery, some kind of reconstruction.
Yeah, I'm online now, but on my phone. He definitely had surgery. He underwent surgery in New York.
Yeah. So now sit your ass down. Let the area heal. Work on your nutrition so that the ligaments and the tendons and everything in there can heal properly and quickly. And work on the rehab. Work on the strength and rehabilitation part of it. And then now you have all this off time on all off season to really work on your game, work on your stuff. You know what I'm saying, and see how you feel. And if you just feel like you're not 100%, then that's where we'll have our answer. Yeah.
Right, because the season's almost up. I mean, this is it.
This happened because, like I said, this is where winning becomes more important than the players. This is all money and trophies and clout and who's got the bigger dick. See, that's what happens when that's in everything. That's what happens. And now, you know, I seen a text pop up. What's up?
Yeah, and I'm also, man, before we end up, I want to talk about David Ortiz. Kyle Surf became a fan. I'm in a goofy mood. Kyle Surf, what's up? You in a goofy mood? I'm not in a goofy mood, man. I don't know, bro. I had some coffee tonight, so I had to hit my second win, and it's crazy. But we appreciate you watching,
and we appreciate the goofy mood. Usually we're more goofy ourselves, but you know we're men that we weather many storms, my friend, And so, yeah. So what you see is what you get with us, man. It's that we don't front on nothing. You heard?
So go ahead, brother.
No, you were saying that you wanted to what now?
Yeah, man, this thing about David Ortiz, bro, getting shot in the Dominican Republic.
First of all,
And it says David Ortiz is the baseball player for the Boston Red Sox. Well, former Boston Red Sox slugger. And it says there were 6 people who were detained. And it says the alleged assailants had been paid 400,000 Dominican pesos, or just under $8,000, to kill Ortiz. Damn. Well, why? You wonder why would they want to kill this guy?
My thing is first off, what the fuck are you doing in the Dominican Republic, bro? You're a big public figure.
Right. I think he's Dominican.
I know, but that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Why didn't he have bodyguards? You see what I'm saying, bro?
Right. But what are you doing in the Dominican Republic? Especially, you got beef. People ain't just trying to kill you for no reason. You run on. See, this is what happens when these guys be running on with their dicks in their hands again. You're a big old baseball player. You think you can't get touched. You think motherfuckers can't see you about some unfinished and unresolved issues, unresolved business affairs. You understand what I'm saying? And so now you go to the Dominican Republic, you think niggas forgot. The niggas don't forget. Now you get touched. You see? You can get touched. Stop walking around. And I ain't saying that he's out there gearing for business with people. What I'm saying is y'all, come on now. It is what it is, man. You understand what I'm saying? This big motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, gets killed. What is this, another Nipsey Hussle thing? They're just trying to take everybody out. What the fuck? Nipsey Hussle, a gangster, not a scratch. In all the years he been gang banging, run. Now he decided to do good in the streets, and he gets killed. Some dude walks up to him and shoots him, cold blood in the face, or in the back of the head, or wherever he was shot, in the head. Let's just leave it at that. Out of nowhere, and ain't nobody around this dude. Nobody seen nothing. I mean, what? Come on, man.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's just happened far too often, man. What's up with that? You know?
It's sad, bro. It just black on black crime, man.
The other thing about sports that I was talking about too is that whole thing with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua certainly found out who the fuck he is now, don't he?
Facts.
All of a sudden, he lost a fight. Now, all of a sudden, remember, just all built up. It was nothing. You couldn't see nothing else about Anthony Joshua. I mean, it was just Joshua, AJ boxing. He got his own gym. He got all this shit going on. He's the face of this and that. He's all this and that. Now, all of a sudden, he got beat up. Now, everybody's trying to talk about, Tyson Fury is like the number one. Now we're talking Tyson Fury. AJ, now you know welcome to reality, man. You learned the same lesson that motherfucker Adrian Broner learned, didn't he? Adrian Broner was all this shit, AB, about billions. He was obnoxious and a motherfucker. He was always a pain in the ass. But now all of a sudden, that motherfucker, he got issues. He got mental issues. He got this. Oh, but when he was winning and he had those mental issues, everybody's all about AB. Man. You know what I'm saying? About bitches, about billions, about business, about boxing, all on his dick. Then he lost to Maidana, a fight that he could have won. Then he lost to Showtime Porter, another fight he could have won. But Adrian Broner just stopped being Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? Some people say he was trying to be Floyd Mayweather, maybe. But I think his biggest problem was he stopped being AB. He stopped being Adrian Broner because Adrian Broner was a winner. Adrian Broner could fight. He's a scrappy motherfucker. He don't have no fear. He had a lot of heart. Went out there, did all that shit, and now look. Now who's talking about AB? Nobody really talk. He ain't off the radar, but ain't nobody really talking about AB no more. Like, ain't nobody really talking about Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's still on the radar, but he's not as hot no more. Now we're gonna talk. Now all of a sudden everybody's interested in Deontay Wilder. I don't understand why Deontay Wilder ain't as big as he should be, because you're too busy worrying about the British fighters. You ain't supporting your own American fighters down here. And that's what
what I think. You know what I think, my dude. I think I take it very, very basic. Anthony Joshua underestimated Ortiz.
Ruiz.
And Andy Ruiz. He underestimated him. You can never underestimate your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And he got done.
He got battered.
Hey, You know, bro, you're a fighter. I'm a fighter. You got hey.
See the
You
problem.
cannot estimate your opponent.
Stop
Period.
worrying about. See, stop worrying about my fat. Let me worry about my fat. You just worry about
Fact.
boxing. See, AJ was too worried about the fat boy. Yeah, what you worried about the fat boy? If you like him or something? What you want to go together? What the fuck, man? Your job is to go in there and punch him in the face. When you was punch him in the face, you hit him with a short check left hook and put him down on the canvas. You had the dude hurt, and then you tried to get greedy and got flat-footed, and you realized this motherfucker don't fear you. He don't give a fuck because he ain't have nothing to lose because he knew the odds were against him. And so he got hurt and got up and was like, okay, that's what you got? Now take what I got. Well, AJ couldn't take what he had. Now there's talks that he didn't even remember past the third round what happened in the fight. He was fighting on just pure boxing instinct. I don't believe that, because in boxing instinct, you would have threw your hands more. AJ wasn't throwing his hands more. He was reluctant to throw his hands. His jab was rudimentary. I mean, he wasn't really doing anything. He got hit. He felt Ruiz's power, and then he decided something. I don't know how I really feel about this fight. I don't know if I feel like being champ anymore. Maybe I need to sit down and take some time to think this over. And then now you hear him talking. Yeah, you know, now the fight's rekindled to me. Fuck you, I'm the champ, motherfucker. If you want to beat me, you got to come in here and show it. Now I'm gonna give you everything I got. I don't care what you do. You hit a motherfucker, okay, you hit me, but you ain't knocked me out. That's what I like about Tyson Fury. Now, how he got up, I have my opinion about that. But the fact is he got up, okay? And when he got up, what did he do? He said, okay. Now, his whole demeanor about Deontay Wilder changed. But he still realized we're still in a fight. And he fought the 12th round. And some people believe he may have recaptured the 12th round, may have won the 12th round. But because of the severe knockdown, I think it was, you know, no one would argue that the judges gave that to Deontay Wilder. But you understand what I'm saying. A lot of people believe that he came back and, despite the knockdowns, took over the rest of the 12th round. That's what you're supposed to do when you're the best. You don't take a punch from somebody, and then you could see it in AJ's demeanor. He was kind of, kind of reluctant, holding, kind of throwing stuff. And then when he did let his hands go, how many times did he have Ruiz hurt? He had him hurt a lot of times. He just never closed the show because Ruiz didn't buckle. He got hurt, and then he said he came back. All right, you hurt me. Now I'm about to do something back to you.
Facts. Well, bro, listen, I got a couple minutes on the show, man. You know, it's a good thing, bro. I'm glad we had technical issues, right? But we're back in the rhythm, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is good. It's a good team. It's a good team.
It's a good thing. So we talked a lot about the relationship thing, man. The main question was, what's the point of getting back together after a breakup if you're just gonna hold grudges about past shit or whatever your partner may or may not have done while y'all were broke up? That just don't make no sense. I think now we've made sense about a lot of stuff. We talked about being honest. We talked about being a grown-up, show up as a grown-up, this and that, all those things. Am I saying that right? Show up as a grown-up?
Show up as a grown-up.
You know, be clear on what it is you want. Be clear on what it is you need. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all facts, man, and use common sense, man.
Kyle Serve said those grudges aren't worth it. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we talk a lot about relationships on the show because people want to hear about it. That's what I say. Number one, show up as a grown-up. Number two, agree to the terms. Number three, once you've agreed to the terms, then either stick with the agreement or let the person know you can no longer agree and then opt out. See, this is the thing. You can opt out.
We're going to talk about that on Friday, Free Flow Fridays. Subscriptions versus unsubscriptions. And we'll get into further. This is what Lord Finesse is alluding to right now. He's kind of touching on that a little bit. But that's what we're going to talk about that. You know, you subscribe to a thing. Subscription don't mean just YouTube and all that other. We talking about subscription to a relationship and stuff like that. And we're going to get into that on the next Everybody Eats podcast. Where the hell did I put my oh, here it goes.
So Mark, I got to jump off, bro.
Yeah, it's that time. So we well over an hour, fam.
It's all right, bro. Start having do something today. It's been the Three Brothers Movement, 2 of the 3 brothers on. Devin White's going to be on next week. We're going to continue with this conversation, continue with the movement, everybody. One love. Peace.
So that's my man, Lord Finesse, yo. I'm your man, Deji Navarro, a.k.a. Honest Thinking Shirts. It's better to have your feelings on your shirt than on your chest, a.k.a. hashtag team footage. Y'all know me. I got that footage. And from where everything on this platform, it is all inclusive. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's included. Everybody eats. Y'all know my motto. Tell y'all I love you. It ain't on no funny shit. It means I see you. I recognize your hustle. It takes one to know one. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody eats. We talk about everything right here. You are not alone. Fuck racism. Fuck bigotry. Fuck bullshit. Fuck hatred. Fuck murder and useless killings. Fuck all that bullshit. This is one earth, one blood, one family. We all have the right to live in here, breathe in here, have our own points of views. Everything right here. Everybody eats. I see y'all on Friday, 7 p.m. Despite the technical difficulties, we still gonna get the message across, man. I do love you, and it's on no funny shit. I salute each and every one of you. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on Facebook. Sorry, Facebook is shut down. The YouTube, YouNow, live.me, I shut it down. They was tripping because I didn't have a shirt on. I just got done doing yard work, and I'm itchy and miserable, and gonna do all that. If they want whatever, I just saved the argument. All my international people, all the people in England, all the people in Denmark and Sweden, all the people in the Middle Eastern countries and parts of Russia. I see y'all. My Filipino people, the Chinese people who have not shown up today, my Canadian people who I have not seen, all my Australian people, all my people here in America, and my Mexican people. I salute y'all. I thank y'all so much around the world and in the States. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your love. 100. We'll see you Friday. Peace out.